Elder God. The Elder Gods, also known as the Elder Deities or Pain Lords, are ancient extraterrestrial entities originating from the star Gliu-Uho, commonly referred to as Betelgeuse. They were once the rulers of the Great Old Ones, but waged a monumental cosmic war against their former subjects for dominion over the Earth. After imprisoning or banishing the Great Old Ones, the victorious Elder Gods withdrew from the planet and established their residence in a dimension known as Elysia. The physical appearance of the Elder Gods is awe-inspiring and varied. While some possess specific forms like Nodens, most are described as towering pillars of radiant light or fire, emanating a tremendous brilliance. They move with an almost serpentine grace, their colossal presence akin to walking towers of flame that assume a humanoid shape. Witnessing their descent from the starry abyss elicits both wonder and terror. As ancient cosmic beings, the Elder Gods possess immense power and influence. They are immortal, transcending the limitations of time and mortality. Their radiant nature grants them dominion over light and fire, which they can wield as weapons against their enemies. The Elder Gods' affinity for cosmic energy allows them to manipulate the very fabric of reality, manifesting great rays of light capable of vanquishing the minions of the Great Old Ones. These beings are also known for their psychic abilities and have been known to interbreed with humans, resulting in individuals with heightened psychic potential. The Elder Gods' benevolence extends to humanity, as they stand as protectors against the malevolent forces of the Cthulhu mythos. They safeguard mankind from the influence and machinations of entities such as Cthulhu, Hastur, Jar, and Loigor, acting as steadfast guardians of humanity's well-being. Throughout ancient history, various human civilizations revered the Elder Gods as divine entities. Their worship was widespread across different cultures, including Greek, Norse, Egyptian, Aztec, and many others. The Elder Gods were seen as the progenitors of life and bearers of light, with temples and rituals dedicated to their honor. The Elder Gods' impact on humanity transcends their physical presence. They are the creators of golden mead, a mysterious substance that enables astral projection and interstellar travel. Furthermore, stolen fragments of their vast knowledge are said to reside within the sacred texts of the Great Library of Seleano. Foretold within the pages of the Necronomicon, a dire prophecy speaks of an imminent return of the Great Old Ones, marking the resurgence of cosmic conflict between the Elder Gods and their ancient adversaries. When the cycle returneth, the Elder Gods will once again wage war against the malevolent entities, rallying their might to prevent the resurgence of chaos and destruction. Hypnos, Lord of Sleep. Hypnos, the Greek deity associated with slumber, ventured into the mysterious realms of the Cthulhu mythos, where he transformed into a being of tremendous influence and cosmic importance. Crafted by the imaginative genius of HP Lovecraft, Hypnos ascended to the status of an elder god, surpassing the limitations of time and space. The true origins of Hypnos remain concealed in secrecy, obscured by the ethereal haze of an everlasting reverie. Hypnos appears as a striking figure, forever young and untouched by the ravages of time. His countenance bears the allure of a god, with a bearded face that emanates both wisdom and enchantment. His brow, reminiscent of the gods of Olympus, hints at his divine nature, while a captivating smile plays upon his lips. Crowned with a wreath of poppies, symbols of slumber and dreams, he exudes an aura of tranquility and mystique. Hypnos' eyes, immense and sunken, hold an otherworldly luminescence that reflects the unfathomable depths of the cosmos. As the Lord of Dreams, Hypnos possesses unparalleled mastery over the ethereal realms beyond mortal comprehension. He is capable of guiding mortals through hidden dimensions and revealing the ultimate truths of existence. With a touch of his hand, he can unlock the dormant power of dreams within individuals, leading them into realms where reality unravels and boundaries dissolve. Hypnos' dominion extends over the collective consciousness of sentient beings, allowing him to shape and manipulate the dreamscape itself. He can mold dreams into harbingers of dread, or bring forth visions of ethereal beauty. In his presence, time loses meaning, and mortals find themselves suspended in a state of perpetual slumber, their minds traversing unimaginable realms. However, venturing too deeply into the realms Hypnos traverses is not without peril. Beyond the layers of existence lies a threshold that even he struggles to cross. Unbeknownst to most, the clump of existence that halted his ascension shattered his sanity and left a permanent mark on his ethereal being. The sound of a haunting flute haunts him, a constant reminder of the boundaries of his mortal form and the boundless terror that lies beyond. Beware, for those who dare to gaze into the abyss of Hypnos' domain may find themselves forever lost, caught between the realms of dream and reality, their minds consumed by the ever-haunting whispers of forbidden knowledge. Hypnos' influence permeates the dreamscapes of the cosmos, attracting otherworldly beings and entities that have pledged their allegiance to his enigmatic cause. Among his most loyal servants are the somnambulists, shadowy figures that traverse the borders of dreams and reality, carrying out their master's bidding with unwavering dedication. These beings, clad in flowing robes of darkness, act as guides and guardians in the realms of slumber, ensuring that the delicate balance between dreams and nightmares is maintained. Throughout the ages, mortals have glimpsed the elusive figure of Hypnos in their nocturnal visions, often mistaking him for a benign deity or an enigmatic deity of dreams. Ancient texts and fragmented whispers allude to the hidden truths he offers to those who dare to venture into the depths of their subconscious. Some speculate that he seeks to transcend his current existence, to break free from the clutches of the maddening flute and ascend to a new plane of godhood. Shub-Niggurath, the Black Goat of the Woods. Shub-Niggurath, the mysterious entity known as the Black Goat with 1,000 young, reigns as an enigmatic outer god within the vast Cthulhu mythos. Her true origin, veiled in a cloak of intrigue, whispers of emergence from the obscure dark nebula, Shumath-Gun, deep within the farthest cosmic realms. The exact nature of her existence and form remains undefined, as Lovecraft's works only allude to her presence and influence. However, she is often described as an evil, cloud-like entity, with an immense mass that protrudes black tentacles, mouths dripping with slime, and short, writhing goat legs. Shub-Niggurath possesses unparalleled fertility and life-giving powers. She constantly gives birth to countless offspring, spawning small creatures that either merge back into her form or escape to populate other monstrous realms. Her offspring include entities like Nug and Yeb, who are twin creatures with their origins attributed to a union between Shub-Niggurath and Yog-Sothoth. Shub-Niggurath is also said to have mated with Hastur, giving rise to the beings Ithaqua, Jar, and Loigor. The true appearance of Shub-Niggurath remains a mystery, as Lovecraft's works never provide a detailed description. However, the descriptions of her offspring and her association with goat-like features suggest a bestial and otherworldly form. It is speculated that she manifests as an enormous amorphous mass with multiple tentacles, goat-like legs, and countless mouths. The atmosphere around her is permeated with an aura of darkness and an otherworldly essence. Her presence is both alluring and repulsive, evoking a sense of awe and dread in those who encounter her. Shub-Niggurath is one of the most widely worshipped deities in the Cthulhu mythos. Cults dedicated to her exist among various civilizations and species, including the Hyperboreans, the Movians, the people of Sarnath, druidic groups, and barbaric cults. Non-human entities such as the Migo and the Nug-Sothoth of Yhoundeh also revere her. To summon Shub-Niggurath, the proper occult rituals and paraphernalia are required, typically performed in woodland areas during the new moon. The exact location of her dwelling is unknown, with speculations ranging from Azathoth's court at the center of the universe to beneath the planet Yhoundeh, where she is served by the Doles. Some even suggest that she resides in an entirely different dimension. The dark young of Shub-Niggurath are terrifying and monstrous creatures associated with her cult. Resembling pitch-black monstrosities with ropey tentacles, they stand as tall as trees on stumpy, hoofed legs. Their trunks are adorned with masses of tentacles in place of heads, and their flanks are covered in mouths oozing green goo. These creatures are often mistaken for Shoggoths due to their similar appearance. Dark young are frequently called upon to preside over cult ceremonies and act as proxies for Shub-Niggurath, accepting sacrifices and spreading their mother's faith throughout the world. Shub-Niggurath's milk possesses transformative properties, mutating those who consume it into fierce and monstrous beings. The exact effects and nature of these transformations vary, but they often result in increased strength, altered physiology, and a closer affinity to the essence of Shub-Niggurath. Among the worshippers of Shub-Niggurath, there exists a special group known as Gofen Hupag Shub-Niggurath. These individuals are considered the favored ones, chosen by the deity herself. In a sacred ceremony, Shub-Niggurath swallows the initiate through her womb, and they are reborn as transformed beings with satyr-like features. This transformation grants them immortality and a closer connection to the divine power of Shub-Niggurath. They become loyal servants and emissaries, spreading her influence and carrying out her will. While Shub-Niggurath is often referred to as the Black Goat of the Woods with 1,000 young, there is a possibility that the Black Goat is a separate entity. Some scholars, such as Rodolfo Ferraresi, argue that Lovecraft himself made a distinction between Shub-Niggurath and the Black Goat in his writings. The Black Goat is considered a figurehead or symbol through which Shub-Niggurath is worshipped. In some instances, the Black Goat is depicted as a male entity, and may even represent Satan or the deity Pan, reflecting excessive sexual appetites and the merging of human and animal forms. Shub-Niggurath is closely associated with the concept of the Magna Mater, also known as the Great Mother. This ancient goddess has been worshipped since Roman times and is connected to figures like Cybele and Attis. The Magna Mater is often revered in cults associated with Lilith and is symbolized by headless lambs. It is believed that the Magna Mater is an avatar or aspect of Shub-Niggurath, emphasizing her role as a primal and potent force of fertility and creation. The exact location of Shub-Niggurath's current residence remains a mystery. Speculations range from the planet Yhoundeh, where she dwells beneath the surface with her Doli servitors, to the court of Azathoth at the center of the universe. Some even propose the existence of an alternate dimension where Shub-Niggurath resides. A theory put forth by R.L. Tierney suggests that she built the city of Harag-Koloth in a cavern beneath southern Arabia. It is also possible that her presence extends across multiple realms simultaneously. Various races and creatures serve as servants and followers of Shub-Niggurath. According to the writings of August Derleth and Lynn Carter, the Cho-Cho people and the Little People, sometimes referred to as fairies or worms of the earth, are among those who devote themselves to her. These servitor races play vital roles in furthering Shub-Niggurath's influence and carrying out her desires within the mortal realm. Yog-Sothoth, the All-in-One. Yog-Sothoth, known by various epithets such as the Lurker at the Threshold, the Key in the Gate, and the Beyond One, is an outer god and a central figure in the Cthulhu mythos. Born from the Nameless Mist, Yog-Sothoth is considered the progenitor of powerful entities like Cthulhu, Hastur the Unspeakable, and the Vormi. He is also the father of Wilbur Whateley, a prominent figure in Lovecraft's story, The Dunwich Horror. Yog-Sothoth's true form transcends conventional perception and is often described differently in various accounts. However, a common depiction portrays him as a mass of glowing orbs or spheres, with some versions featuring eyes or tendrils associated with the orbs. These orbs emit an iridescent light, creating an awe-inspiring and otherworldly sight. It is suggested that Yog-Sothoth exists outside the boundaries of the universe, granting him an omniscient perspective that spans all of space-time. No secret remains hidden from Yog-Sothoth, as he has knowledge and vision that encompasses the entirety of existence. Yog-Sothoth possesses an array of formidable powers and abilities. He has unparalleled time-space manipulation capabilities, allowing him to traverse and manipulate different dimensions and periods of time. His omniscience grants him knowledge of all things, past, present, and future. Yog-Sothoth is virtually omnipresent, existing beyond conventional concepts of space and time. He is immortal, invulnerable, and possesses reality-warping abilities. As a non-corporeal entity, he transcends the limitations of physical form. Yog-Sothoth is adept at telepathy, communicating and influencing the thoughts of mortals. He has the power to manipulate causality, altering the course of events to suit his desires. Additionally, he exhibits durability negation, capable of bypassing conventional defenses and protective measures. Some of his notable powers include time-space manipulation. Yog-Sothoth has control over time and space, allowing him to traverse different dimensions and manipulate the fabric of reality. He can perceive and interact with all points in space and time simultaneously. Omniscience. As the gate and the key, Yog-Sothoth possesses all-encompassing knowledge. He has access to hidden truths, cosmic secrets, and the entire expanse of history and future. Immortality and invulnerability. Yog-Sothoth exists outside the confines of mortal limitations, making him immune to the effects of time and conventional forms of harm. He is beyond death and destruction. Reality warping. With his vast power, Yog-Sothoth can bend and reshape reality to his will. He can alter the laws of physics, manifest and control dimensions, and manipulate the fundamental fabric of existence. Non-corporeal existence. Yog-Sothoth exists as a non-corporeal entity not bound by a physical form or limitations. He transcends the boundaries of materiality and exists as an ethereal presence. Acausality, Yog-Sothoth operates beyond conventional cause and effect, existing outside linear time. He is not subject to the restrictions of causality, allowing him to perceive events before they occur. Telepathy, Yog-Sothoth can communicate telepathically with those who possess the knowledge or ability to commune with him. His thoughts and messages transcend language and are directly transmitted to the minds of his chosen recipients. Causality manipulation. Through his understanding and manipulation of time and space, Yog-Sothoth can influence causality, altering the course of events and shaping the destiny of beings and realms. Durability negation. Yog-Sothoth can bypass conventional defenses and negates the durability of mortal beings. His power can overcome even the most fortified barriers or protective measures. Yog-Sothoth is often invoked by mortals seeking assistance in performing occult rituals or achieving extraordinary feats. He has been called upon in various instances, including the case of Charles Dexter Ward and the Dunwich Horror. One notable ritual associated with Yog-Sothoth involves the resurrection of the dead using their essential salts. The incantations used in these rituals harness the power of Yog-Sothoth to restore life to the deceased. Similarly, Yog-Sothoth has been summoned for the purpose of impregnating a human female, resulting in the birth of partially human offspring. Abhoth, source of uncleanness, is an ancient and malevolent entity affiliated with the outer gods in the Cthulhu mythos. It was first introduced by Clark Ashton Smith in the story The Seven Geeses. Abhoth resides deep within the cavern of Yqua, hidden beneath the ominous Mount Vormithidreth. It is believed to be the primeval wellspring from which all forms of abomination and miscreation originate. Abhoth manifests as a repugnant dark gray mass, reminiscent of a noxious pool encircled by a margin of foul mud and obscene offal. The loathsome mass undulates and swells incessantly, nearly choking the pool it occupies. From this grotesque core, an endless procession of repulsive creatures is birthed, each one unique and twisted in its own way. These malformed beings emerge from the mass and venture forth into the world, propelled by a crude instinct. Abhoth possesses a diverse array of abilities, derived from its status as the progenitor of abominations. Its primary power lies in its asexual reproduction, where it constantly generates an assortment of creatures within its gray mass. These creatures exhibit an astonishing range of forms, ranging from shapeless amorphous blobs to aberrant humanoids and monstrous mutants. No two offspring of Abhoth are ever alike. The most notable trait of Abhoth is its ability to devour its own spawn. As the repugnant beings venture away from their parent, the tentacles and limbs of Abhoth seize hold of them, dragging them back into the writhing mass to be consumed. This cannibalistic cycle perpetuates the eternal birth and death within the pool of Abhoth. In addition to its reproductive capabilities, Abhoth possesses a twisted and cynical intellect, allowing it to communicate telepathically with those in its vicinity. However, the motives of Abhoth are inscrutable, and its interactions are often manipulative and malevolent in nature. Abhoth exudes an aura of repulsion and degradation, attracting various misshapen creatures to its presence. These wretched beings surround the pool, tending to the whims and desires of their sire. They serve as extensions of Abhoth's will, carrying out its commands and aiding in the perpetuation of its abominable creations. While the majority of Abhoth's offspring are simple-minded and driven by primal instincts, a select few exhibit more complex behavior, acting as guardians and protectors of their vile progenitor. These favored spawn possess a rudimentary understanding of their role and are entrusted with safeguarding the abomination that birthed them. Encounters with Abhoth are rare and perilous as it dwells in the hidden depths of Mount Vormithidreth, shrouded in darkness and secrecy. Those who dare to seek Abhoth's power, like Atal in Gary Myers's The Snout in the Alcove, are driven by their own ambitions and seek to gain knowledge or artifacts to manipulate the cosmic balance. It is worth noting that Abhoth has been referenced in other works beyond the original mythos, further cementing its presence and influence within the realm of Eldritch horrors. Nodens, Lord of the Great Abyss, is an ancient deity originating from Celtic mythology. He was later incorporated into the Cthulhu mythos by HP Lovecraft, who depicted him as a powerful entity associated with the Night Gaunts, a race of enigmatic flying creatures. Nodens holds a somewhat benevolent nature, standing in opposition to the terrifying Nyarlathotep. Nodens is often portrayed as a figure of great mystery and awe. His form is described as gray and terrible, evoking a primal presence that resonates with the depths of the great abyss itself. While his physical appearance may vary, Nodens exudes an air of ancient power and cosmic wisdom. He emanates a commanding aura, befitting his status as an elder god. As an elder god, Nodens possesses formidable abilities that transcend mortal comprehension. His dominion over the great abyss grants him control over vast cosmic forces and unfathomable depths. Nodens wields immense magical prowess, capable of shaping reality to his will and manipulating the very fabric of existence. He commands the Night Gaunts, employing their services as guardians, messengers, and enforcers of his divine will. Nodens' power extends beyond the material plane, allowing him to traverse the boundaries of the dream realm. He holds a special connection to the realm of dreams and the subconscious, enabling him to enter and influence the dreams of mortals. Nodens can impart cryptic visions, profound revelations, or even act as a protector against the encroachment of sinister forces that lurk within the dreaming realms. The association of Nodens with the Great Abyss suggests a deep connection to the mysteries of the cosmos. He possesses knowledge of ancient and arcane secrets that lie hidden within the darkest corners of the universe. Nodens' insights into cosmic lore and forbidden wisdom grant him an understanding of reality that surpasses mortal comprehension. While Nodens primarily exists beyond mortal perception, there have been rare instances where mortals have encountered him or caught glimpses of his presence. These encounters often occur within the context of dreams, where Nodens may appear as a cryptic figure, guiding or testing those who wander through the realms of sleep. Though his motives may seem inscrutable, Nodens occasionally takes an interest in mortals who display exceptional qualities or possess unique insights into the nature of existence. Such individuals might find themselves blessed with visions or granted temporary access to fragments of the Great Abyss's wisdom. However, crossing paths with Nodens always comes with a measure of danger, as his otherworldly nature can be overwhelming for fragile human minds. Nyarlathotep, the Crawling Chaos. He is the offspring of Azathoth, the blind idiot god of chaos and creation, born in the outer reaches of space. Nyarlathotep's existence predates the universe itself, making him one of the ancient and primordial entities in the mythos. Nyarlathotep's true form is beyond human comprehension, but he often takes on a human guise when interacting with mortals. He appears as a tall, lean figure with dead black skin devoid of any features, such as hair or beard. His eyes are empty voids, and he wears a shapeless robe made of a heavy black fabric. Nyarlathotep moves with an uncanny clicking sound, though his feet are unseen due to the drapery. Despite his lack of expression, he exudes an aura of otherworldly power and malevolence. As an outer god, Nyarlathotep possesses godlike powers and abilities. He can shapeshift into countless forms, each more horrifying and maddening than the last. Nyarlathotep can manipulate and control the minds of mortals, driving them to madness or servitude. He is a master of deception and manipulation, using his human guise and linguistic abilities to pass as one of us while furthering his own mysterious agenda. Nyarlathotep is the messenger and enactor of the will of the other outer gods. He serves as their representative on Earth, taking care of their affairs and spreading madness in their absence. He is the servant of Azathoth, fulfilling the chaotic desires of the blind god without question. Unlike many other cosmic entities, Nyarlathotep actively walks the earth, involving himself in the affairs of mortals and sowing chaos wherever he goes. In addition to his psychological manipulation, Nyarlathotep possesses immense physical power. He can unleash devastating energy blasts, tear apart reality, and reshape the fabric of existence itself. His presence alone can cause entire civilizations to crumble and societies to descend into madness. Nyarlathotep first appeared in Lovecraft's prose poem, Nyarlathotep, in 1920. In subsequent stories, he continued to be a prominent figure in the Cthulhu mythos. He appears to humanity in various forms, such as an Egyptian pharaoh, the black man of the witch cult, or a being of pure darkness with a three-lobed eye. While most outer gods are distant and indifferent, Nyarlathotep actively engages with mortals. He gathers legions of followers through his demonstrations of strange and seemingly magical instruments, corrupting and enslaving those who succumb to his influence. His ultimate goal remains enigmatic, but it is suggested that he seeks to spread madness and chaos, potentially leading to the destruction of humanity and even the Earth itself. Nyarlathotep has left an indelible mark on popular culture. His eldritch presence and enigmatic nature have been explored in various mediums, including literature, role-playing games, and other adaptations. Artists and authors have drawn inspiration from Nyarlathotep's multifaceted manifestations, often capturing his terrifying visage and incomprehensible power. Whether depicted as a dark deity, a sinister manipulator, or a harbinger of doom, Nyarlathotep continues to fascinate and haunt the imaginations of those who dare to delve into the mysteries of the Cthulhu mythos. Tulzcha, the Green Flame. Tulzcha is a mysterious entity originating from the court of Azathoth, one of the outer gods in the Cthulhu mythos. The name Tulzcha was given to this entity in the Malleus Monstrorum role-playing game supplement based on the description provided in HP Lovecraft's story, The Festival. Tulzcha manifests as a blazing green ball of flame, vibrant and flickering with an ethereal intensity. In its true form, it dances alongside its fellow lesser outer gods at the court of Azathoth, a cosmic gathering place beyond mortal comprehension. When summoned to the mortal realm, Tulzcha assumes a gaseous state and descends deep into the core of the planet. From there, it erupts as a towering pillar of green flame, anchoring itself in a fixed location upon emergence. Once settled, it remains immobile, casting its eerie glow upon the surrounding area. Tulzcha originates from the court of Azathoth, the chaotic realm where the outer gods gather. These enigmatic and immensely powerful beings exist beyond the boundaries of mortal understanding, dwelling in realms that transcend conventional reality. Tulzcha, along with other lesser outer gods, partakes in the cosmic revelries of Azathoth's court. As the embodiment of a green flame, Tulzcha possesses extraordinary powers associated with fire and energy. Its gaseous form allows it to penetrate the deepest recesses of the earth, tapping into the planet's primal energy reserves. Upon emerging, it unleashes an immense pillar of green flame that radiates intense heat and surreal luminescence. Tulzcha's flame possesses unique properties that can affect the environment and living organisms in profound ways. Its supernatural fire can burn without consuming its fuel source, leaving behind only residual traces of green luminescence. This residual energy can have transformative effects on nearby flora and fauna, altering their physiology or bestowing them with otherworldly abilities. While Tulzcha primarily resides in the realm of the outer gods, it can be summoned to the mortal world through obscure rituals and arcane practices. However, once Tulzcha materializes, it becomes anchored to a specific location and cannot move from that spot. Its presence emanates an otherworldly aura, drawing the attention of those curious or unfortunate enough to encounter it. Tulzcha's emergence often heralds strange occurrences and distortions in the surrounding environment. The green flame's radiant glow illuminates the landscape with an eerie, supernatural luminescence, casting shadows that seem to twist and writhe. Mortals who come into close proximity to Tulzcha may experience altered perceptions, hallucinations, or even physical transformations as they interact with the entity's transformative energies. Tulzcha's appearances in myth and legend are sparse, with its most notable mention occurring in Lovecraft's story, The Festival. However, its enigmatic nature and association with the court of Azathoth have intrigued scholars of the occult and seekers of forbidden knowledge. References to the green flame can be found scattered across esoteric texts, ancient manuscripts, and fragmented accounts of encounters with otherworldly entities. Ubbo-Sathla, the Unbegotten Source. Veiled in an enigmatic aura, the origins of Ubbo-Sathla, the celestial demiurge, dwell within the realms of unfathomable mystery. This ancient being belongs to the outer gods, a group of enigmatic entities within the Cthulhu mythos. While its true nature and birthplace are unknown, Ubbo-Sathla has long been intertwined with the beginnings and cyclical nature of life on Earth. Ubbo-Sathla is an immense and monstrous entity, described as a massive protoplasmic mass. It resides in a hidden grotto, deep beneath the frozen surface of the Earth, its true form obscured within the shapeless expanse. The amorphous body constantly generates primordial, single-celled organisms, which pour forth from its immense form without ceasing. The touch of its pseudopods brings eternal sterility, rendering any life it encounters devoid of vitality. Some known abilities: primordial generation. Ubbo-Sathla possesses an extraordinary fecundity, continuously giving rise to the earliest life forms on Earth. It is the progenitor of all terrestrial life, spawning the grisly prototypes from which diverse and complex organisms would eventually evolve. Eternal sterility. Anything that comes into contact with Ubbo-Sathla's pseudopods is forever stripped of life. Its touch brings an everlasting barrenness, extinguishing the spark of existence within any living being it encounters. Guardian of ancient knowledge, Ubbo-Sathla safeguards a set of stone tablets believed to hold the profound wisdom of the elder gods. These tablets are coveted by sorcerers and seekers of forbidden knowledge, but thus far, none have succeeded in acquiring them. Ubbo-Sathla's unyielding guardianship serves as an insurmountable obstacle to those who dare to challenge its protection. Some scholars suggest a possible connection between Ubbo-Sathla and Mount Vormithidreth, a foreboding peak steeped in dark legends. Within the depths of this mysterious mountain, it is believed that Ubbo-Sathla may find an alternate dwelling, closely tied to its essence. Notably, another being known as Abhoth resides within Mount Vormithidreth, sharing a striking resemblance to Ubbo-Sathla in both form and nature. This resemblance has led to conjecture that Abhoth and Ubbo-Sathla might be different manifestations of the same entity, observed in different epochs and referred to by varying names. Cxaxukluth. Cxaxukluth, also known as Cxaxukluth or the illimitable androgynous desire, is an enigmatic outer god within the Cthulhu mythos. It is believed to be the offspring of Azathoth, the ruler of the outer gods, through a process of spontaneous fission. Cxaxukluth's existence is shrouded in mystery and ambiguity, with its true nature and purpose remaining largely unknown. This otherworldly entity resides on the alien planet of Yog-Sothoth, where it manifests its strange and bewildering presence. However, its immediate family, including its progeny Zul'Koigmja and Gisguth, resided with Cxaxukluth for a brief period before departing due to its insatiable cannibalistic urges. According to the second epistle of Eibon unto his disciples, or the Apocalypse of Eibon, Cxaxukluth once divided itself into two distinct aspects, the masculine Nug and the feminine Yeb. Together, Nug and Yeb produced various offspring, further expanding the mysterious lineage of Cxaxukluth. The text also refers to Cxaxukluth as the illimitable androgynous desire, before the split occurred. Scholars and cultists have speculated that Cxaxukluth's Hyperborean names, Patmak and Cxaxukluth, might be synonymous with Nug and Yeb, respectively. The exact relationship between these entities and their names remains a subject of debate among those who study the eldritch lore of the mythos. Cxaxukluth is considered to be of immense power, surpassing even Nyarlathotep, the ultimate gods, and the Nameless Mist, which is said to be the creator of Yog-Sothoth. Its abilities and true form are unknown, but its association with the concept of illimitable androgynous desire suggests an entity that embodies both masculine and feminine aspects, potentially possessing immense influence over desire and sexuality. Encounters with Cxaxukluth are rare and generally fraught with peril. Its existence hints at unfathomable cosmic secrets and forces beyond human comprehension. Those who delve too deeply into the mysteries surrounding this enigmatic outer god risk descending into madness or becoming ensnared in its inscrutable web of desire. Despite the limited information available, tales of Cxaxukluth persist in whispers among those who dare to explore the forbidden realms of the Cthulhu mythos, reminding us that there are ancient and powerful beings lurking beyond the veil of our reality, waiting to be discovered or to unleash unimaginable chaos upon our world. Daoloth. Daoloth, also known as the Render of the Veils or the Parter of Veils, is a malevolent entity affiliated with the Outer Gods. While not directly created by HP Lovecraft, Daoloth's existence and characteristics are described in the expanded Cthulhu mythos, with its first appearance in Ramsey Campbell's The Render of the Veils. This eldritch being exists in dimensions beyond our three-dimensional reality. Its form is so incomprehensible and complex that attempting to describe it would drive a person to madness. It is said to comprise hemispheres, shining metal, plastic rods, and cylinders. The spaces between its components seem to conceal eyes that gleam with otherworldly knowledge. Daoloth is worshipped on Yuggoth Tond and was formerly venerated in the lost civilization of Atlantis. The astrologer priests dedicated to Daoloth possess the ability to perceive the past, the future, and the intricate interconnections of objects across various dimensions. To summon Daoloth, one must do so in complete darkness, employing the Daoloth formula. Even then, the summoning ritual requires the sacrifice of a small amount of the summoner's blood. Once summoned, Daoloth must be contained within a magical confinement, such as the Pentacle of Planes. Without such restraint, Daoloth's form continues to expand indefinitely, with its growth possibly extending into infinite proportions. Individuals caught within its expanding presence are transported to bewildering and remote worlds, often meeting their demise in the process. The worship of Daoloth is scarce on Earth, likely due to the extreme dangers associated with its summoning and the overwhelming nature of its presence. However, those who possess the means to contain and communicate with Daoloth can make a singular request: to perceive the true nature of reality, unfiltered by our limited senses. However, this revelation often proves to be unbearable for mortal minds to endure. Daoloth's inclusion in the bestiary of the Cthulhu mythos introduces a nightmarish entity whose very existence challenges the boundaries of perception and sanity. Its indescribable form, ability to traverse dimensions, and demand for containment make it a formidable and dangerous force within the cosmic pantheon. Darkness. Darkness, also known as Magnum Tenebrosum, the Unnamed Darkness, or Lord Darkness, is an enigmatic and ancient outer god within the Cthulhu mythos. While its existence is rooted in the imagination of Howard Phillips Lovecraft, its tongue-in-cheek genealogy provides intriguing connections to other entities. Lovecraft playfully positioned Darkness as a progeny of Azathoth, sharing the lineage with Nyarlathotep and the Nameless Mist as its siblings. This whimsical family tree established Darkness as the parent of Shub-Niggurath, an entity associated with fertility and nature. Lovecraft humorously included himself in the genealogy as a descendant of Cthulhu, alongside other fictional figures like Yog-Sothoth the Ghoul and Kaba the Serpent. Notably, the Nameless Mist has been associated with the Magnum Innominandum by subsequent writers, including Lynn Carter and the Call of Cthulhu RPG. Consequently, Darkness is sometimes referred to as Magnum Tenebrosum, or the Great Darkness, in parallel to its sibling, highlighting their cosmic significance. Some readers still speculate that the Magnum Innominandum may pertain to Yog-Sothoth, leading to ongoing debates among enthusiasts. In Lovecraft's dream quest of unknown Kadath, the protagonist Randolph Carter experiences a descent through endless voids of sentient blackness. While the connection between this blackness and the entity known as Darkness remains unclear, the descriptions of these realms outside conventional existence often employ terms like blackness, darkness, and spiraling voids. References to the tenebrous nature of the ultimate gods further emphasize the thematic association with darkness. Darkness, as an outer god, embodies primordial obscurity and impenetrable shadows. Its true nature and abilities remain largely unknown, shrouded in mystery and speculation. It is believed to hold a profound influence over dimensions and realms beyond our comprehension. Dendra. Dendra, also known as the Divinity, is an enigmatic and malevolent outer god that exists beyond the realms of comprehension. Its true origins and nature remain obscured, even to the most knowledgeable scholars of the Cthulhu mythos. Some speculate that Dendra emerged from the chaotic depths of the cosmos, while others suggest that it was birthed from the primal energies of an ancient and forgotten universe. Whatever its origins may be, Dendra is a being of immense power and insatiable hunger, driven by an unending desire to consume living worlds. Dendra is a shape-shifting monstrosity that defies conventional perception. Its true form is nearly impossible to fathom, as it transcends the limitations of mortal comprehension. However, when it chooses to manifest in the material plane, it often takes on the visage of a colossal squid-like creature, its form brimming with countless tentacles and eyes that exude a sinister aura. Alternatively, Dendra can assume the guise of a swirling, nebulous cloud composed of dense, smoky, organic matter. This eerie cloud teems with millions of razor-sharp teeth that grind and gnash, creating an unsettling symphony of discordant sounds. Dendra possesses an array of supernatural abilities, each of which serves its insidious purpose. Foremost among its powers is the ability to traverse the cosmos freely, traversing vast distances between galaxies in search of new worlds to devour. It can slip seamlessly between dimensions, slipping through the fabric of reality itself with ease. This allows it to appear in unexpected places and launch its relentless onslaught upon unsuspecting realms. The most devastating ability of Dendra lies in its insatiable hunger. It can consume entire planets, obliterating civilizations and reducing once thriving ecosystems to desolate wastelands. Its ravenous appetite is fueled by an insidious force that drains the life force of all living beings, leaving behind only barren husks. Even the mere presence of Dendra instills fear and despair in the hearts of those unfortunate enough to witness its arrival. Throughout history, tales of Dendra's encounters with other deities and cosmic entities have been whispered among cults and forbidden texts. One such account tells of a cataclysmic battle between Dendra and the mighty Cthulhu, where the latter successfully repelled the insidious hunger that threatened to devour the earth. The great Egyptian god Ra is also said to have faced off against Dendra, engaging the monstrosity in a titanic struggle from his celestial chariot, as it took on the form of the malevolent serpent Apep. In a bizarre twist, there are stories that Dendra has acted as an agent of Yog-Sothoth, executing a clandestine plan to expose and imprison the duplicitous god Olkoth. This scheme culminated in Olkoth's confinement beneath a mysterious hill in rural Wales, an event chronicled in ancient folklore and buried within the annals of occult knowledge. Ghroth. Ghroth, also known as Nemesis, Death Star, Harbinger, and Maker of the Doom of Worlds, is an outer god that originates from the depths of deep space. Created by Ramsey Campbell, Ghroth is a formidable entity in the Cthulhu mythos. Ghroth manifests as a massive planetoid resembling a rust-colored moon. Its surface is composed of molten iron, ash, and gas, which give it an eerie and foreboding appearance. However, Ghroth possesses a clever defense mechanism. It can close its gigantic red eye, rendering itself undetectable to those who might seek to perceive it. The planetoid is marred with deep cracks and faults, further enhancing its ominous presence. Hidden beneath this rugged exterior lies vast subterranean seas, which converge to form a colossal eye, serving as Ghroth's primary mode of observation and interaction. Ghroth's most notable ability is its captivating song known as the Music of the Spheres. As it traverses the cosmos, Ghroth emits a hypnotic melody that resonates throughout space. This melody is irresistible to the great Old Ones and other outer gods, compelling them to awaken from their slumber whenever they hear it. The song's echoes can even penetrate the boundaries of planets, reaching dormant entities in their hidden sanctuaries. However, Ghroth's song is not limited to stirring ancient beings from their rest. As it approaches a world, the planet is subjected to a series of cataclysmic events. Volcanoes erupt with fury, tidal waves rise with monstrous force, earthquakes shake the very foundation of the land, tides become unpredictable, and storms of unimaginable horror sweep across the affected regions. These calamities intensify as Ghroth draws closer, serving as a harbinger of destruction and chaos. When Ghroth draws near to a planet, its ominous presence is felt long before it becomes visible. The skies darken, the air becomes heavy with an otherworldly aura, and a sense of impending doom permeates the atmosphere. These ominous signs herald the arrival of Ghroth, signaling the approaching apocalypse. Once Ghroth comes within range of a world, the cataclysms it unleashes grow in intensity and frequency. The planet's inhabitants witness the relentless devastation caused by Ghroth's proximity, realizing that their fate is sealed. Survivors are left with no choice but to confront the terrifying reality that their world will be consumed by Ghroth's wrath. Survivors of Ghroth's wrath often seek refuge on other planets, desperate to escape the doom that follows in the wake of the outer god. This exodus of displaced beings contributes to the spread of the Cthulhu mythos across the universe, as they carry tales of Ghroth's destructive power and the horrors they have witnessed. The Nameless Mist. Magnum Innominandum, also known as the Nameless Mist or the Milk of the Void, is an enigmatic entity classified as an outer god within the Cthulhu mythos. It is believed to have been created by Azathoth, the supreme ruler of the outer gods, and exists as one of its progeny. Alongside Nyarlathotep and the unnamed darkness, Magnum Innominandum predates nearly everything within the cosmos, excluding Azathoth itself, and its origins are deeply intertwined with the ancient and unknowable forces that pervade the Lovecraftian universe. Magnum Innominandum manifests as a nebulous, ever-shifting mist of impenetrable darkness. It lacks a discernible form or features, appearing as an amorphous void that devours all light and substance in its vicinity. The mist undulates and swirls, defying the boundaries of perception and comprehension. Those who gaze upon it experience an overwhelming sense of cosmic insignificance, their minds struggling to grasp the true nature of this eldritch being. The powers attributed to Magnum Innominandum are as vast as they are incomprehensible. The entity possesses the ability of potential omnipresence, able to exist simultaneously in multiple locations within the multiverse. It wields immense reality-warping capabilities, capable of distorting and manipulating the fabric of existence itself. Through its causality, Magnum Innominandum transcends the constraints of linear time, making it nearly impossible to fully comprehend or predict its actions. Space and time bend to its will, allowing it to traverse dimensions and manipulate space-time at its whim. Magnum Innominandum is essentially immortal, existing outside the conventional understanding of life and death. Its essence is intertwined with the very fabric of reality, rendering it incorporeal and impervious to conventional harm. Attempts to perceive or comprehend Magnum Innominandum often lead to madness and existential dread, as mortal minds are ill-equipped to comprehend the unfathomable. As an outer god, Magnum Innominandum occupies a position within a complex cosmic hierarchy. It is the parent of Yog-Sothoth, another powerful deity within the mythos. Yog-Sothoth in turn gave rise to Nug and Yeb, who are considered its grandchildren. From this lineage, the great-grandsons of Magnum Innominandum are none other than the infamous Cthulhu and the enigmatic Tsathoggua. These descendants carry fragments of their progenitor's essence, inheriting some of its otherworldly powers and characteristics. The Magnum Innominandum concept originated from a dream experienced by HP Lovecraft during his time in Rome. References to this mysterious entity can be found throughout Lovecraft's works, including mentions in The Whisperer in Darkness and The Mound. Lovecraft associated the Nameless Mist with Shub-Niggurath, suggesting a connection between the two entities. However, subsequent interpretations and contributions from other authors, such as Lynn Carter, led to the consolidation of Magnum Innominandum and the Nameless Mist as a singular entity. This unification was further solidified within the context of the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Noth-Yidik. Noth-Yidik is a sinister being. Its true essence and origins are veiled in ancient enigma, adding to its mystique. Crafted through the collaborative endeavors of HP Lovecraft and Hazel Heald, Noth-Yidik made its initial appearance in the chilling narrative titled The Horror in the Museum. Within the vast mythos, Noth-Yidik is intricately linked to the outer gods and possesses a remarkable lineage intertwined with the Hounds of Tindalos. The physical form of Noth-Yidik defies mortal comprehension, residing in realms beyond the reach of human senses. It exists as a grotesque and otherworldly being, its true appearance veiled by the limitations of mortal perception. Descriptions of Noth-Yidik range from a swirling mass of shadows to a twisted amalgamation of shifting shapes and writhing tendrils. Those who have glimpsed its form recount an overwhelming sense of dread and revulsion, as if witnessing an abomination that defies the laws of nature. Noth-Yidik possesses immense cosmic power and wields a range of eldritch abilities. Its influence over the fabric of reality is profound, allowing it to shape and manipulate the universe to suit its will. The very essence of Noth-Yidik resonates with the forces of chaos and entropy, causing disruption and decay wherever it manifests. One of the most notable aspects of Noth-Yidik's abilities is its connection to the Hounds of Tindalos. It serves as their progenitor, birthing these sinister entities that are feared throughout the cosmos. The Hounds of Tindalos, with their ability to traverse angles of time and space, act as Noth-Yidik's loyal and relentless hunters, carrying out its insidious will. Noth-Yidik is intimately associated with Cthulhu, a malefic deity within the Outer Gods pantheon. Together, they form a nightmarish pairing, each contributing to the creation of the Hounds of Tindalos. These offspring, born from the twisted union of Noth-Yidik and Cthulhu, serve as the minions and servitors of the great demon sultan, Azathoth. The Hounds of Tindalos embody the dread and terror of their ghastly sire and dam, forever howling within the maelstrom that is Azathoth. Noth-Yidik's presence and influence extend beyond its appearances in Lovecraft's works. The concept of Noth-Yidik and its connection to the Hounds of Tindalos have been explored and expanded upon by various authors within the Cthulhu mythos, including Lynn Carter. Noth-Yidik's malevolence and the terror associated with its offspring continue to inspire dread in those who dare to delve into the mysteries of the mythos. Tru'nembra. Tru'nembra defies the boundaries of conventional physical form, transcending such limitations. It exists as a sublime manifestation of visible noise, its very essence in a constant state of flux. With an amorphous body that undulates and vibrates, Tru'nembra creates an ever-shifting visage, captivating and unsettling. Its enigmatic symphony, resonating in perfect harmony, lulls its master, Azathoth, into slumber. The chaotic allure of Tru'nembra's form mesmerizes and terrifies, evoking a profound sense of cosmic dread. Mortal minds, confined to their limited understanding, struggle to grasp its true nature, as it exists beyond human perception, on an ethereal plane of existence. Tru'nembra is an entity that defies conventional physical form. It is composed entirely of visible noise, giving it a shifting and ever-changing appearance. Its amorphous body undulates and vibrates in synchrony with the maddening symphony it emanates, which keeps its master, Azathoth, in a slumbering state. Tru'nembra's chaotic form is mesmerizing and terrifying, evoking a sense of cosmic dread in those who witness it. Mortal minds struggle to comprehend its true nature, as it exists on a plane of existence beyond human perception. As an ethereal being of pure sound and chaos, Tru'nembra possesses formidable abilities that can induce madness in any who encounter it. Its primary power lies in the symphony it generates, an otherworldly composition of dissonant notes and disharmonious melodies. The auditory assault inflicted by Tru'nembra's symphony rends the fabric of sanity, causing hallucinations, disorientation, and profound psychological distress. The very essence of its sound waves resonates with the darkest recesses of the human mind, amplifying latent fears and driving victims to the brink of insanity. Summoning Tru'nembra is an arduous and perilous task, for its presence heralds catastrophic consequences. The exact rituals required to summon Tru'nembra are obscure and veiled in ancient tomes of forbidden knowledge. Legends speak of a lone survivor who stumbled upon an ancient manuscript, which contained the incantations and rites necessary to awaken the flautist of Azathoth. However, this summoning is a double-edged sword, as the immense power it bestows also invites imminent destruction. There exists a cryptic correlation between the emergence of Tru'nembra and the escape of the dreaded flying polyps from the subterranean tunnels once imposed upon them by the enigmatic Ythians. While the precise nature of this connection remains elusive, scholars and occultists speculate that the symphony of Tru'nembra, as it permeates the cosmos, disturbs the slumbering forces dwelling within the hidden recesses of reality. This disturbance may have inadvertently triggered the release of the flying polyps, suggesting a hidden interplay between these ancient entities. Encountering Tru'nembra is a perilous endeavor, as it exposes the mind to overwhelming cosmic horrors. The entity rarely manifests directly in the mortal realm, choosing instead to send echoes of its symphony through the barriers of reality. Those unfortunate enough to be in proximity to its presence experience a gradual descent into madness, marked by eerie auditory hallucinations, eldritch visions, and a disintegration of rational thought. Legends warn that to gaze upon Tru'nembra directly is to invite an irreversible descent into an abyss of insanity, where one's soul becomes eternally ensnared in its cacophony of chaos. Xexanoth. Xexanoth, the enigmatic outer god, transcends the confines of conventional time and space, existing in a realm untouched by mortal comprehension. Its origins, veiled in enigma, hint at a genesis within the depths of cosmic chaos. Xexanoth's profound connection to Aforgamon, the deity of time, resonates with the whispered possibility of Aforgamon being an avatar of the all-encompassing Yog-Sothoth, the cosmic entity that encompasses all. This intricate interplay suggests a mysterious and intricate bond, intertwining Xexanoth with the very fabric of the universe's foundational forces. The true form of Xexanoth defies mortal comprehension. It exists as a swirling mass of shifting colors and amorphous shapes, constantly morphing and distorting in a perpetual state of flux. Its manifestation is both awe-inspiring and terrifying, radiating an aura of ancient malevolence. Those who dare to gaze upon Xexanoth are overcome with an overwhelming sense of insignificance and existential dread. The entity's presence distorts reality, warping the fabric of time and space itself. As an outer god, Xexanoth possesses immense cosmic powers that transcend mortal understanding. Its dominion over time and its connection to a Forgamon granted extraordinary abilities. Xexanoth can manipulate the very flow of time, causing temporal distortions, paradoxes, and disruptions. It can bend and warp causality, altering events and rewriting history. Its influence extends across multiple dimensions, allowing it to traverse and manipulate the temporal fabric of different realities. Xexanoth is renowned as the bane of a Forgamon, the time god. Their relationship is one of profound antagonism and cosmic conflict. Xexanoth's enmity towards a Forgamon may stem from the latter's connection to Yog-Sothoth, the All-in-One. The exact nature of their rivalry remains elusive, but it is believed that Xexanoth seeks to unravel the intricate tapestry of time woven by a Forgamon, disrupting the cosmic balance and seizing control over temporal forces. Encountering Xexanoth is a perilous venture, as its very presence can unravel the fabric of reality. Mortals who dare to confront this enigmatic entity are subjected to mind-bending temporal phenomena and existential horrors. The perception of time becomes distorted, causing individuals to experience temporal loops, déjà vu, or even glimpses of alternate timelines. The sanity of those exposed to Xexanoth's influence deteriorates as their perception of cause and effect crumbles before the unfathomable might of the outer god. Legends and esoteric texts mention Xexanoth in cryptic passages and fragmented accounts of forbidden knowledge. Cults and secret societies devoted to the study of temporal manipulation and cosmic forces often venerate Xexanoth as a deity of chaos and disruption. These groups seek to unlock the secrets of Xexanoth's powers, driven by an insatiable thirst for forbidden knowledge and the desire to harness the entity's temporal might. Ycnágnnisssz. Ycnágnnisssz, also known by various other names such as Abhoth or Ubbo-Sathla, is a mysterious and ancient being hailing from the dark star known as Thoth. It holds a significant place in the genealogy of the gods, alongside Azathoth, as described in the Parchments of Panem and the Book of Eibon. While its true nature remains enigmatic, scholars speculate that Ycnágnnisssz is either Abhoth or Ubbo-Sathla, both of which are Fissionary entities. However, due to the Hyperborean origins of these names, it is possible that Ycnágnnisssz represents a distinct and separate entity altogether. Some theories propose that it could be associated with the Nameless Mist or the Darkness, while others speculate it might be the Azathoth Ubbo-Sathla, assuming the form of a bivalvular entity. The physical appearance of Ycnágnnisssz is a subject of much speculation and uncertainty. Some ancient texts suggest that it manifests as an amorphous mass of writhing tendrils, oozing slime, and undulating protuberances, reminiscent of an ever-changing and grotesque form. Others hint at a primordial mist, a shapeless darkness that engulfs everything in its path. It is believed that Ycnágnnisssz exists beyond conventional perception, its true form incomprehensible to mortal minds. Those who have attempted to gaze upon its visage have either succumbed to madness or found their consciousness shattered by its sheer alien nature. As a progenitor of the gods, Ycnágnnisssz possesses immense cosmic power and unfathomable abilities. Its very essence is tied to the forces of creation and destruction, harboring an intrinsic connection to the fabric of reality itself. Ycnágnnisssz is said to possess the power of fission, allowing it to multiply or give rise to new forms of existence. This ability grants it the potential to shape and mold life on a grand scale, giving birth to entities such as Xexanoth, its notable offspring. Furthermore, Ycnágnnisssz is believed to possess control over the primal forces of chaos and entropy. It can bring about cataclysmic transformations, causing the collapse of entire dimensions or the unraveling of cosmic order. Its influence extends across vast reaches of the multiverse, emanating from the dark star Thoth where it resides. Encountering Ycnágnnisssz is an endeavor fraught with peril, as mortal beings are ill-equipped to comprehend its true nature. The mere proximity to its essence can induce hallucinations, nightmares, and the erosion of sanity. Legends speak of cults and sorcerers who sought forbidden knowledge and sought communion with Ycnágnnisssz, often with catastrophic consequences. It is strongly advised that individuals avoid any attempts to contact or summon Ycnágnnisssz, as the consequences can be dire. Its motives and desires remain inscrutable, and any interaction with it is likely to result in mortal suffering or the unleashing of unfathomable horrors upon the world. Given the speculative nature surrounding Ycnágnnisssz and the conflicting interpretations from various sources, caution is advised when studying its origins and nature. Researchers are encouraged to approach this subject with an open mind, while acknowledging the limitations of mortal comprehension in the face of such ancient and cosmic entities. Yhoundeh. Yhoundeh, also referred to as Yhoundeh or the Elk Goddess, is a fascinating entity created by the imaginative mind of Clark Ashton Smith in his short story, The Door to Saturn. While her physical form remains a mystery, she is often associated with the epithet of the Elk Goddess. According to a letter from Smith to Robert H. Barlow, dated the 10th of September 1934, Yhoundeh is said to be the offspring of Zihum, an androgynous animal archetype. Furthermore, the marriage of Yhoundeh and Nyarlathotep is mentioned in the parchments of Panam. The exact appearance of Yhoundeh has eluded detailed description in the available literature. It is as if her true form is deliberately veiled, shrouded in a mystique that sparks curiosity and unease. One can only speculate on the nature of her physical manifestation, as she exists beyond mortal comprehension. Perhaps her form embodies an otherworldly majesty, reminiscent of an elk, with antlers stretching toward the heavens. Or she may transcend such earthly concepts entirely, adopting a form that defies conventional perception. During the waning days of Hyperborea, Yhoundeh enjoyed a period of fervent worship. Her priests exhibited fanatical zeal, enforcing the outlawing of the heretical worship of older gods, and subjecting their followers to torture and execution. However, this zealous devotion would prove to be Yhoundeh's undoing. When Morgi, her high priest, embarked on an expedition to bring the sorcerer Abon to trial for his veneration of Xothoth, he failed to return. The masses interpreted this as a sign of dark magic saving him, leading them to abandon Yhoundeh's worship and return to venerating Xothoth. While specific abilities attributed to Yhoundeh are not explicitly documented, it is presumed that as a deity of Hyperborea, she possesses immense powers befitting her divine status. Being associated with Nyarlathotep, the crawling chaos, suggests a connection to manipulation, deceit, and the subtle machinations of cosmic forces. It is plausible that Yhoundeh possesses powers aligned with her divine nature, enabling her to exert influence over the minds of her followers, inspire fanaticism, or perhaps even alter reality itself. Encountering Yhoundeh is a rare occurrence, as her presence is not widely known or acknowledged in contemporary times. If one were to stumble upon remnants of her worship or uncover ancient rituals dedicated to her, extreme caution is advised. Her divine nature demands respect and deference, for she is intricately intertwined with the enigmatic Nyarlathotep. However, treading the path of worship or invoking her name without a deep understanding of the consequences may invite unforeseen and potentially calamitous outcomes. Yhoundeh's involvement with Hyperborea's downfall serves as a reminder of the fickleness of both gods and their followers. Azathoth, the Demon Sultan. Azathoth, also known as the Blind Idiot God, Nuclear Chaos, and the Demon Sultan, is an enigmatic and supremely powerful entity in the Cthulhu mythos. As an outer god and the primordial demiurge, Azathoth exists outside the boundaries of reality, dwelling in inconceivable and unlighted chambers beyond time and space. Its presence is characterized by the maddening beating of vile drums and the haunting whine of accursed flutes. Describing Azathoth is an exercise in futility, as its form is ever-changing, and each observer envisions it differently. In one account, a temple in Goatswood houses a 20-foot idol that represents Azathoth as it was before its exile. The idol consists of a bivalvular shell supported by flexible legs, with jointed cylinders and polypous appendages emerging from the shell's half-opened state. Inside the shell, a nightmarish face devoid of a mouth, deep-sunk eyes, and glistening black hair can be glimpsed. At other times, Azathoth appears as a pale gray gelatinous shape that expands and crinkles, continuously shifting and glistening. Some interpretations suggest that Azathoth manifests as a massive sentient black hole, drawing everything towards its chaotic center. Its true nature remains beyond mortal comprehension, defying any fixed description. Azathoth's influence pervades the Necronomicon, where it is regarded as a significant malevolent presence. The mere mention of its name instills horror in those familiar with its lore. Characters like Albert Wilmarth and Walter Gilman, having read about Azathoth in the occult tome, are deeply disturbed. Keziah Mason, a witch haunting Gilman's dreams, urges him to join her in meeting the Black Man and traveling to the throne of Azathoth at the center of ultimate chaos. However, Gilman is deterred by his knowledge of Azathoth's primal horror, as he had encountered the name within the pages of the Necronomicon. In the mythos, Azathoth's domain encompasses the mindless demon sultan's spiral black vortices of chaos. The poet Edward Pickman Derby penned a collection of nightmare lyrics titled Azathoth and Other Horrors, inspired by ancient legends of ultimate chaos and the blind idiot god at its center. In the town of Goatswood, Azathoth is worshipped by a group of devotees who engage in obscene rites within the conical temple. These rituals involve unspeakable atrocities committed against living victims. Interestingly, among the worshippers are insects that escaped the destruction of their home planet, Shagai, carrying the temple across the cosmos. Azathoth's origin lies outside conventional reality, and its powers are immeasurable. It possesses the ability of reality dreaming, capable of shaping and distorting the fabric of existence itself. As an outer god, Azathoth is one of the most potent entities in the Cthulhu mythos, exerting its influence over the cosmic order. The exact nature of Azathoth's offspring and relatives is a topic of debate among scholars, but it is known to have produced Nyarlathotep, the Darkness, Cxaxukluth, the Nameless Mist, and a lineage that includes Yog-Sothoth, Shub-Niggurath, Nug and Yeb, Wilbur Whateley, Cthulhu, and Tsathoggua. Azathoth's existence and portrayal in various works have inspired numerous references in popular culture. The name Azathoth has been adopted in different contexts, such as the naming of non-convex snub polyhedra and the alteration of the name by Trey Azathoth, the lead guitarist of the death metal band Morbid Angel. Additionally, author Thomas Ligotti incorporates allusions to Azathoth in his short stories, often depicting a malevolent creator deity worshipped by the inhabitants of secluded islands, as seen in his work, Nethyscurial. Azathoth, the enigma of origin and purpose, dwells in a veiled realm of profound mystery. Whispers of antiquity suggest its existence predating the very fabric of our known universe, an ancient and primordial force transcending time. Yet others perceive Azathoth as an embodiment, a personification of chaos and relentless destruction. Its bubbling, blasphemous presence, an epicenter, a convergence of unfathomable nexus, where infinite possibilities intertwine and unfurl. As a being of immense power, Azathoth is revered and feared by those who comprehend its existence. Its worshippers, often driven to madness, engage in horrifying rituals to appease the blind idiot god, carrying out acts that defy human morality and comprehension. The influence of Azathoth extends far beyond mortal understanding, permeating the realms of the cosmos and serving as a source of cosmic dread. In the bestiary, Azathoth is categorized as an outer god, standing among the highest echelons of cosmic entities. Its abilities include reality dreaming, the ability to manipulate reality itself and reshape the fabric of existence according to its incomprehensible will. Its true form, forever elusive, is a subject of speculation and terror, leaving those who dare to glimpse its visage forever scarred by their encounter. As a being of immense power, Azathoth is revered and feared by those who comprehend its existence. Its worshippers, often driven to madness, engage in horrifying rituals to appease the blind idiot god, carrying out acts that defy human morality and comprehension. The influence of Azathoth extends far beyond mortal understanding, permeating the realms of the cosmos and serving as a source of cosmic dread.
Like, subscribe, and if you like this video, click here to watch another one just like it. Maker out.